Hi, how's it going? This is Thomas Steed, just coming back to do the update on the Hawthorne muleskinners. It's the Chelsea, classic Chelsea from Redwings. Really love these boots. I wear them quite frequently. I'd say I wear them easily as much as I wear the Franks that I got. But the Franks, those are a lot more focused for doing, work, hard work. I have no problem wearing them out and about in the day either, and even just walking, if I have to do like a lot of walking, I like wearing them just because of the that 67 last having the high arch on it. But these Redwings are fantastic for just every day. They've got a little bit of an arch. It's definitely there, you can feel it, so it does have arch support in comparison to a lot of shoes that are just flat. It's a veg tan insole inside of here. I will say, I believe it's this shoe, in the process of breaking them in and stuff, there's been a couple of times where I've done some real deep squats and really flexed that toe, and there was a little bit of creasing that formed in that the insole in this one that was uncomfortable for a couple of days, but I got that taken care of. I will say right here, that top elastic bead right here kind of gave out on me. I'm not mad about it, but that's might be a quality concern, might be. But definitely the rest of the elastic down here is all holding. So this little itty bitty thing up on the top, I'm not too concerned with it. It makes them look a little more rugged, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so as you can see, I haven't cleaned them at all yet before this. We're going to do just a basic, cleaning. I'm not going to go crazy this month and do saddle soap with them or try and strip any of the color off, or nothing like that. So we're just gonna do some real basic cleanup here. I'm gonna show you right here. You got my little toothbrush, and we're gonna clean out inside of this welt real nice. Now I'm dry brushing, as you can see right now first, because let's get the whatever dirt and gunk we can get knocked out dry, because you don't really want to get your leather saturated by any means. It's not the best for it. It's not the worst for it, but it's in my personal opinion, getting leather too wet allows it to age and start to break down and all of that. And most people will say, the welt and all that is one of the areas, as well as along a lot of the stitching and seaming and stuff, you don't want saturated, because it's an area that's more prone to degradation. And if you want them re-soled or anything like that with a Goodyear welt, storm welt, whatever quality welt construction you're using, you want to make sure you're trying to extend the life of it. So first thing I'm going to do is, like I said, sort of dry brush that. Now we're going to come back with my buffer and just get anything that might be just some basic dust off these. Woo! See that? Twice. In the true spirit of Ed Wood, I'm still uploading this. One shot take. Alright, so you can see that didn't change way too much with that. Set that down a little lighter. Let's get the second one. And now, I'm going to take fragrance-free baby wipe. I go, you know, fragrance-free, sensitive skin, because it's not going to have all of the fragrances and any funky stuff that I'm concerned with, you know, getting my stuff more messed up than I want it. See, look at that. Scoot it down a little bit. And I'm just kind of using those bristles to work this wipe kind of down in there. Like I said, this isn't to saturate it, this is to clean it. So I'm not dipping the toothbrush in a bunch of water and scrubbing it all out. No. I mean, there's guys that do that, and you know, I mean, if that's your thing, that's your thing. It's just not mine, okay? It's just... And I'm not saying, you know, if that's your thing, that, you know, whatever. That's your thing. Don't... There's more than one way to skin a cat, but, you know, who's really skinning cats? It needs skinned, I mean... Big cat, at least. You know, like a cougar or a mountain lion, whatever you want to call them. Cat needs to be game. I'm gonna get off of that. Alright. Now let's come along the edge of this crepe sole also. Like I said, not going too crazy, just enough to clean it a bit, you know. It's nothing perfect. I don't expect to get these back to out of the box by any means. Just like I said, I'm just getting that edge of that crepe, not really trying to work on too much of the leather right now. Just so far, just doing back over the welt. I don't know if you guys can see all that great, but you know, there's a decent little bit of written grime. Let's pull out a fresh one here. Got that on standby. Because next, use suede brush. I want to make sure that, you know, I'm getting into it a little bit. Circles. Trying to work this nap up a little bit, toes. Yeah. And I got something that's, I don't know if you can, right there. I'm going to try and, looks like that might be a scratch, little scratch, but that's alright, because that's the beauty of this type of leather. Just go back over it a couple times and you can't even see it. It's worked its way out. It's probably just something that's superficially there that, you know, made a mark in the Obanovs on there. Scrub it. Alright. Now, we're going to take this one and Now we're actually going to scrub a little bit on the actual leather itself. Just here, a little bit along the inside, right here. You can see on the toe, nice dark up there. And that's leaving definitely a little bit of fuzzy residue from, you know, the towelette. That's okay. You can get that off. Now, Redwing advises using a little white eraser with these, and then you could also use like a little suede brush like I did. But I don't really have a little white eraser, and you know it. I mean, it works. It'll kind of do some. Leaves a lot of little fuzzy things from the eraser breaking down. I'm going to try and scrub into that toe a little bit, get it worked around. I know I'm terrible with this video stuff, but you can see what I'm doing. I didn't go to college for video editing. That a couple of times again. Get that off. Okay. Take this one and buff that off. Try and knock off a bunch of that degraded material that breaks down and comes off of that wet wipe. Now, finally, I'm going to take a moist terry cloth. I'm going to use that to scrub, because yeah, I think that's a good way to go about this. So I'm going to scrub. That'll pull any kind of leftover soapy, minor sensitive skin soap from the baby wipe that might have been left. And yeah. Just get a little bit of color working off in there. Just perfectly fine. Oh man, it's 3 for 3. Look at me. That's right. Number 2. Good. Scrub and rub. Scrub and rub. Okay. Like I said, I do this the least amount of water that I can get into the leather, just because, you know, I don't believe it's very good for it. And you know, I mean, this isn't not trying to attack the leather here. Just trying to care for it, love it. Now, put that brush little wipe off on there too, and then we're gonna go back over the toes and stuff. See if we can get this. Over on this one, and work it in, round, sweet. Just a couple of Up on the side of the pants there. See that? Try and knock any of whatever you got in there out. I think that's probably pretty good. I doubt that I'll have anything really left in there that'll make me frustrated later. Hey, hand stuck in it, huh? Back and forth over it. There you go. I mean, it's probably not the super most dramatic change going on with them, but you know, it is what it is. Like I said, it's going to be later on that I'll get like some saddle soap and really work these back after they've changed a lot. And if it doesn't work them back, well, then that's fine too, you know. I mean, it's some of it's going to be a learning curve here. This is probably the lightest pair of leather shoes that I have, and it's only, you know, my second pair of rough outs, and so obviously a lighter rough out's going to darken a lot more quickly, and these are really known for taking on that patina. These are really a patinaing boot. It's kind of the style of this one. So, in any event, anything else that I wanted to touch on with them? Oh, I know in the first video I said that I would wear these for cells. That depends on the cells, okay? So, I mean, this isn't like, so I'm going to go and selling high-end dress clothing or something like that. That doesn't make sense. You'd want to choose a different leather for that. This is going to be something a lot more along the lines of, you know, doing something, like, I don't know, like a booth inside of Costco, selling sleeping pads, or, you know, climate, or like if I was doing like the Mossy Oak Roadshow or something like that, because those are things that I've done in the past. I'm not directly employed or affiliated with those companies currently. Those are just things that I have done in the past. But these would be a perfect shoe for something along that line. So mid-grade, you know, cells. It's still going to look super nice, but not overdressed. That's what I'm getting at to clarify that one. Yeah, that's I think that's pretty much everything I've got on this. I'm gonna let these dry out. I might go back over the toe and some of it with that again to get that nap picked back up, and then before I do any conditioning, if I decide they need conditioned, I'll do that in another video. Anyways, I'm really stretching this one out. We're at 18-30 minutes, so God, if you stuck all the way to the end of this, you're a trooper. You got heart, some dedication to the video. All right, bye.